Okay, so the diaphragm is the muscle that helps you breathe. Okay, just like any other muscle, it can accumulate tension, and often we overlook it, but you can actually release it. And by releasing that tension, it can help with low back pain, upper back pain, any type of abdominal pain that people have. Sometimes if you hear people having reflux or anything gastrointestinal, it can help. The diaphragm is not floating in thin air, right? It's attached at the base of your neck. It's attached to certain muscles at your hips, to some of the organs. So when you do have tension in it, just like any other muscle, if it's tight, it pulls you, it contributes to pulling you down, basically. So people who work at a computer, this is a good release. Also, you have to look, does the person breathe from their stomach or from their chest? You should be breathing from the stomach. When you breathe from the stomach, you stretch out the diaphragm. So it's equivalent to doing like a hamstring stretch, but for your diaphragm. So an exercise that I give people, I'll tell them to put their hand on their stomach before bed, and you just take a deep breath into your hand. For 5 seconds, you hold, and then you come down for 5 seconds. And I'll tell them to take like 10 breaths like this before bed, and then during the day, whenever they can, especially when they're sitting in front of a computer, like every hour or two, just take 2 or 3 breaths like that to stretch out that muscle. Okay, so how you can work it, I'm just gonna ask you to lift up your shirt. Okay, so you go to the base of your ribs over here, and then you feel if there's tension. You should be able to put your finger in about 1 inch or 2 even. Like yours, honestly, not so bad. I'm still gonna release it to show you how to do it, but yours is just fine. You don't have too much tension. Sometimes you'll feel that you can't go in at all, like it's really, really tight. So what you'll do is, let's say you're working this side, you stand on the opposite side, you take the hand, put it under, right at the vertebrae to stabilize them. Okay, so you're stabilizing the vertebrae, and then you just take the base of your hand onto
the opposite side.
Yeah, onto the cupula of the diaphragm, and you see, you don't put much pressure, like you just let your hand slide down. Like for you, it's not too tense, so my hand is no oil, no, and my hand is sliding. Because you're not too tense. People who are tense, you'll see like your hand will be stuck there, and you'll be waiting and waiting and waiting, and finally after a minute or two it'll start to slide. So it's a very, very slow technique.
Feels like deep tissue.
It's a very slow technique.
To release the diaphragm.
Yeah, and I would say people who have been working with their hands, physios, massotherapist, osteo, for a while, and who have developed that tactile skill, it will be easier to do because someone new won't know exactly what pressure to put. They'll just put pressure and be and wait there for 5 minutes, and it won't slide. You have to apply the right amount of pressure.
I'm gonna try new.
Okay. So you see, now I'm releasing it this way, right? So that'll be this side. I'll do the other side.
And this was gonna concern people who have troubles breathing.
It can help, yeah. And just people even who have back pain, This does attach to the upper part of the back, like the lower part of the neck. Any postural issues, I always like to check. Any pain in the neck or upper back. Low back as well, I like to always check the diaphragm. So you just keep going like this until you feel like it's released. In your case, it's okay. So that's one technique. Another technique is you grab the whole rib cage on one side and you just pull it down, and you see if it moves over here. In your case, it's moving. Sometimes it'll be super stiff and it doesn't move in people, so you just grab it and you pull down and you just hold it there. Hold it there for about a minute, or you can also do little like this, and you use your legs to do the movement. Okay, so this side, not too bad, like it's moving here. Let's see the other side. I'm sure it'll be fine also.
Feels good already.
And relax.
It's good that I didn't eat anything.
Yeah. Maybe a little stiff on this side actually.
Stiffer, I know why, because I have my scar. And all the tissues are. And I'm like always trying to protect it because it's so sensitive. Feels really nice.
So that's the second technique. Also, you can obviously try and see your rectus abdominis if there's any tension here. If there is, you release. Here is not too bad, not too bad. And then another thing to release, so the diaphragm is suspended, right? It's not just hanging in thin air. So how do you release the upper part?
Oh, you're here.
Yeah, so
You
usually
need
I have
the
this.
smaller.
No, I'm okay. So your head is in the perfect position, okay? You grab the base of the head, you do a little bit of traction, and then you place again the palm of your hand on the sternum. And you just push down. You can hold, or you could do little pulsations.
With the thumb?
No, with the base,
with
the base of your hand. So you can go straight down. You can go this side, the other side. So that helps release it from the top. And it should be comfortable. Sometimes you have to place your hand, you have to be careful where you place it because it can be a little uncomfortable. It's okay?
Let's feel how someone breathing. Feels good.
And usually after you do all of these techniques for about 10 minutes, people do feel a lot better. And then of course you have to give the exercise of the breathing through the stomach.
Like in yoga. You're pushing. You just wanna breathe deeply.
And there you go.
Thank you.
That is that.
Should I change the hands?
Try so you can get different angles. You know, you can push down to this side a bit, to that side a bit. You could feel the tension. I don't know if you felt it on when I was doing it on you, but
yeah. It's not too hard when I press?
Here, yes, and try not to go on the clavicles. Stay on the sternum. Perfect.
And now clavicles me too sensitive. do something. Probably you know this little stretch of the neck. I'm gonna take off the pillow.
That feels great. I don't know how you did that. I'll have to look at the camera after.
It's very easy. I'm gonna show you. You take this hand underneath your neck, you put right here on this shoulder, you lift, and you put on the other side, and then you stretch and move your head and push the shoulders down and head up. Osteopaths do that often. Well, technically I've seen you can also play with the head and go around like that. A little of just simple stretches.
It feels like my head is detached from my body. This I do a lot also to people. So I'll show you this one again, the pulling one. Okay?
Yeah, it's quite hard.
Yes.
It is quite hard.
Okay. So.
I forgot how good it feels in
To
the
be
massage
massaged.
table.
So you put your hand on the rib cage on the bottom and the other one on top, and you see I'm pulling this way. So you were like this before. It's down.
Yeah.
And then I have everything here, and then I pull, and then I see okay, there's a bit of stiffness. So now you see, first resistance. Like here, there's no resistance, right? First resistance, second resistance, and you stay there and you pull. And that's demanding because you're holding and holding. And you can add a little, but you see how I'm staying in that resistance? You were like coming out of it like this.
Actually,
So you
like a wave.
1, 2, and you hold
just
there.
go down.
You could do this,
Because
or you just hold.
Yeah.
You can mix both.
More static.
Exactly.
Me in massage, I'm used to move. That was good.
So like now it moves. Like when I'm here, you're not like this. There's movement, whereas people where that's very stiff, you won't be able to get any movement. So you release it, and after you'll see, oh, look at that, it moves. Obviously, it's easier when you have big hands too.
Yeah. Big, strong hands. It was nice, those one vibrations. I forgot to put microphone. It's okay.
On? Really?
It's fine. I'll do it after. Feels good.
Your tension is really not bad though, I mean. But more on the left side compared to this because of your scar you're seeing.
Oh my life.
But you could see, you'll see it after when you watch the video, how far in I'm going on your left versus your right. There's more resistance.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh my life.
So we can just release it a little more.
You're doing an opposite.
Yeah. But now you let go of the pressure. You're just doing this. Try and hold it together, and
Like this.
Yeah, but more in your second resistance.
No, this is not.
That's okay.
me.
That's okay.
Okay, let me. I'm gonna show you one.
Yeah.
With the oil, it's better, but try to feel this one.
Okay. I like this one.
You kind of put les côtes iliac apart.
That's what it feels like.
You're dividing them. go really until longicimus. Grab it a bit.
This is a great one. It feels like you're floating.
Mm-hmm.